Good evening, and this is Nate from NMKL Trader, and tonight I just want to take a few minutes and demonstrate how you can use the market trend system to help you grow your retirement savings. Okay, now most of us have invested in 401ks, 403 Bravos, SEP IRAs, IRAs, Roth IRAs, you name it. Any qualified retirement system to where we can put money away tax deferred and grow our money over a long period of time. At least that's the idea. And at the end of the day, we can have this to supplement our retirement. That is the goal of most of these qualified retirement plans. Qualified means simply that you can put money away tax deferred, not tax free, tax deferred. Roth IRAs have a little bit different nuance there, but talk with your financial advisor. Now, let me just share with you the reality of some of these retirement systems. Our companies don't really hire a portfolio manager to help us invest in and out of these. So usually that portfolio manager winds up being us or the individual that owns that account. Okay, now what I want to share with you tonight is an idea of how the market trend system can be utilized to help you manage your accounts. All right, let's draw a quick scenario here. Let me play it for you. I have a thrift savings account. And inside my thrift savings account, I have a number of investment vehicles or funds that I can move that money in and out of. All right. So I'm just going to talk about one particular fund that I do move my money in and out of a lot. It's called the C fund. Now in yours, you're going to have a different type. And what you're going to need to do is learn what that fund is, and go and find a way that you can track charts. Now on TradingView, fortunately, a lot of these funds are available to us throughout the different brokers that are on the system. Now, the C fund for me basically tracks the S&P 500. Okay, so what you do is you go out there and you find a ticker symbol. I'm using the MES, which is a micro E-mini S&P 500 index futures, and it pretty much tracks the value day in and day out of the S&P 500. Okay, so what I do is I go ahead and install the microtrend system onto my charts onto TradingView for the ticker that tracks my C fund. Okay, ticker being the S&P 500. Now what I want to do, this is a day chart. These are daily candles. You see that I have the macro trend or the market trend histogram down here. That's the macro trend. And the micro trend, which is the colors of the candles here and the buy and sell buttons, it's the micro trend alert, market trend alert micro. Okay, those are really the only two of the four indicators that I use for this. We add the other two indicators when we're trading futures, and we also are on the 1 minute, 2 minute, or 3 minute chart. Okay, but this is the daily chart. It gives us, and it's used for long-term investing. Okay, this here is a good example of when we have an agreement of both macro and micro trends in a bullish situation. Because keep in mind, in our portfolio investments, the only way we can make money is if the market goes up. Okay, so what we do is we buy here because we have an agreement down here on the histogram, and we buy at the end of the day here, and you can see that the market goes up. Okay, and then when we have a red sell button here, we go ahead and we move our funds out of a C fund back into a safe fund. I call it the G fund or the F fund inside my TSP. I move the money back to a safe fund. And then I write out the bearish situation. Right here you see a little bit of a bearish situation. It's sideways. And then I get back over here again when I get an agreement between the micro and macro trend. Buy on blue, sell on red. Now we're not selling here, we're just pulling out of the market. We're closing out. And the reason I do this personally, especially when the markets during COVID, recently during the tariff news. The reason I do it is because one thing that most people don't realize, they say, oh, I'm just going to ride it out. Well, that's okay, and you'll get your money back usually because the market historically has gone up. But here's the thing you don't get back is the time and the buying power that you didn't lose during that time. And you can get back in a lot of times at discounted prices. Okay? Now, what I want to share with you, and if you talk to a financial advisor, they're going to tell you that this is all really good stuff. Okay? If they don't, they're not a good financial advisor. Okay, I'm going to show you each time that when I would have got in and got out, you're going to see a rise in upward mobility here. So basically, each time I get in, my account is growing. Okay? And you can even take a price range here and you can measure these. Alright? This is basically, you take a look there, 1300, is that 300, 439, yeah, okay, so that's about 300 points on the S&P 500 in this period. Okay, that's massive growth actually. And then in this period, I come in at 263 points. And then in this period, and we can't determine the lengths of these periods because of the volatility due to either geopolitical situations or due to financial changes in the markets. Okay, and then there's a 400 point move. The point I'm trying to share with you is I'm managing my account. So each time I get an agreement of a blue candle and histogram, then I simply buy. Then when it turns red, the micro trend usually, then I go ahead and I pull out, I move out of that fund back into a safe fund within my portfolio. I move it to cash, G fund, so on and so forth. Okay? And then I do that each time. Each time I get a sell, I pull out. Each time I get a buy, I go ahead and I move back into that fund because it's safe. All right, and I do this. I look at this on about an every day or other day basis, and this is very constructive. I wanted to share this with you because a lot of us do not know how to manage our TSPs, our 401ks, our 403 Bravos efficiently. Yeah, we might say, well, okay, market's been going down a few days. It's dropped 3,000 points in the Dow. Well, that's a lot of points. I'm going to get out. I do it as soon as I get an alert. All right, that's how easy this is. If you like what you've heard, please send me join our Discord channel in the general chat and send me your questions there. I want to hear from you. If you're in my MDRT channel in Discord at NMKL Trader server, then please reach out to me there and I'll tell you more about this. This stuff is exciting. The market trend system can really change somebody's future if they really put it to work efficiently. All right, I hope this has been a beneficial video. This is Nate, and I'll talk to you in the trade room. Have a great day.